And my Gpx750R is one of the bikes that I really put my heart and soul into the restoration of this bike. The story is, very briefly, I had a track bike, this exact model, and I used it on a track for a few years and I loved it. But I never rode it on the street. And then I got a second one. Luciano found this one. And we picked this one up. And then what I did over the course of a winter, maybe a little bit more, I made one bike out of all the good parts that I had and put all of the parts that were not that good or not that good condition on what was then the track bike. So this bike really has all of the good parts and all of the polished parts. And if you look on the channel, you'll see there's many hours of sanding, painting, polishing, laying out this paintwork. The paintwork is a copy of one of the model airplanes that I flew at the 1991 National Championships, affectionately known as the Toxic Avenger. And John Pothia helped me lay out these really unique graphics, among other things. And every time I can throw a leg over this bike, I'm a very happy guy. Now, I said in the beginning of the video, I'm glad I had two of these. After I had the first one and used it for a track day for 4 or 5 years, I was so happy with it as a track bike, I wanted to get another one for the street. And one of the things that makes this bike a lot of fun to ride and very nimble handling, very nimble handling, is the 16-inch front wheel. And now it's a little bit awkward when you have to go buy tires. You don't have that many choices of tires, and it's getting worse as time goes by. But in the meantime, you have a bike that's really good handling, and the Pirelli Sport Demons are still available. Vlad always seems to find a pair somewhere for me when I need them. And an 18-inch back wheel, that can be a problem too. So as much good things as there are about the bike, and there's plenty to like about the bike, that might be one of the few detracting things about it that's a little bit annoying, is that you don't have the same selection of tires as if you had two 17-inch wheels on a bike, standard wheels. So when I put this bike together, I did not put the track day motor in the bike. The track day motor had some work done on it. It was a absolute monster. And I know the second one I got, the motor was more stock and more tractable. And when I did the concept sketches for the paintwork during the restoration, I laid this out with the double white stripe, very similar to some of the model airplanes that I had built and designed the paintwork for. It's Camaro, standard Camaro green and Yamaha Racing blue, and together with the white stripe, to me, it looks pretty good to me. of little things that you don't expect until you ride the bike. Now, one of them is how comfortable that seat is. That I thought, I looked at it when I was restoring the bike even and thought, uh-oh, that may not be, I may have to make another seat. But it's comfortable, and I've gone a lot of long rides with the bike. The other thing, the mileage is real good on this. It's not like my RD or like the R1 where it just guzzles gas like it's going out of style. And luckily, it's got a big enough tank that you usually get 150 miles out of it, maybe a little bit more if you're conservative. But then who's conservative? And the Muzzy muffler. I've had so many mufflers on the bike, even the spare one I have for the FCR, the Muzzy muffler makes it, and the painted wheels. Now, what I try to do on any restoration is make a lot of little details you don't really see right away, and you look close, and all of a sudden you notice it. Ooh, something there. Something's a little bit different. Something's maybe made out of carbon fiber that you can see the workmanship involved in it. The tail section of this bike is one example of that. It is so much work making that tail section, and to be honest, it was worth every penny of it. That is the defining feature, one of the defining features. The paintwork, of course, an endless amount of buffing and masking and back masking. Just no end to it. I have two sets of wheels, a set of green wheels, a set of black wheels, an extra. Well, I've got a whole spare bike. And again, that tail section, that's one of the defining features of the bike. So worth all the work that went into it. Now, another little thing you don't really notice until you ride the bike a little while. The first thing you say is, wow, it's nimble. I can't believe how nimble it is. And then you notice the bars are, well, they're fully adjustable. That's a nice thing. I made my own risers. They're fully adjustable. And I made them to suit me. But it seems like other people, like Jim Skinner and like Guy, who have ridden a bike, and Luciano, of course, all seem to agree on one thing. The bike is comfortable to ride. Now, one of my goals in the future is to get Vlad to ride the bike, because this bike sits so low, you can put both of your heels on the ground at a traffic light. You don't think that's a big deal until you have a bike that's comfortable to do that. A couple of things that are personal to the way I like to set up a bike, and they're just personal, of course. And one of them is I like to have mirrors that I can see behind me. I know a lot of people are caught up in making a bike look like a rocket ship or something, where it has little tiny mirrors, little tiny blinkers, and I have learned my lesson the hard way of not having decent sized blinkers and mirrors that I can only see my jacket. It doesn't work for me. Now, it is people it works for, younger people maybe, or maybe people that have never been scared out of their mind when they couldn't see what was coming. Luciano will tell you that story. Anyway, and I just love the way John Pothieu's rendition of the graphics came out. Thank you very much, John. this restoration was over and I added up the shop hours and all the peripheral time I spent on it, it was about 500 hours. And I don't think I could have made a better investment with those 500 hours. Now, a lot of people poo-poo that whole idea and they think, oh yeah, you know, you could have been doing this, or could have been doing that, or bowling, or playing golf, or whatever, watching television, playing video games. But when you put your heart and soul into a restoration like this and like I did, it was basically a whole winter. And not a whole lot of money, but a lot of time and a lot of effort. But at the end of it, the beautiful part is you have a bike that's a thrill to ride. You don't have a lot of money tied up in it. It's a classic. Wherever you go, people look at it. And to me, the styling, the paintwork, every part of it is just very, very cool. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. And thanks everyone for watching.